Hey guys, welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. Today I'd like to bring you another 3K MMR Hero League game. And on the blue team we have Malfurion, Nova, Jaina, Gazlowe and Leoric. And on the red team we have Reyna, Muradin, Brightwing, Kael'thas and Zeratul. Now I want to pay a little bit of attention to this Gazlowe. While Gazlowe hasn't received that much love recently, in fact little to no love at all, I believe he is an incredibly strong hero who, if played to the correct, and is a very high skill cap, if played near that skill cap, you can really get some incredibly good plays and just incredibly good. He's just a good hero all round, in my opinion, but not a lot of people see him because he's very easily punishable if you know what you're doing. And one of the other things I want to talk about is my fancy new replay interface. Ooh, look at it, it's so shiny. So I'll put a download link to this in the description. And this is just a better replay interface, to be honest. It shows you more information. So what you can see here is obviously basically the scoreboard. If you can do this, you can also see talents, you can also see the APM, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it on the scoreboard for now. So it looks like Zeratul's going to try and score a quick kill on the Malfurion, and he's going to pay for it with an incredibly bad trade early on. That is probably going to cost him his healing fountain. But Nova does get caught up by the Muradin, so he's going to take a little bit of damage as well. So it shouldn't be too bad. Obviously the Zeratul does use his healing fountain there, which means that was a very bad trade for him. Using the healing fountain at level 1 is never that fun at all. Leoric is pushing out here. Now with the they might have been able to score on there. A little gank, but it is incredibly difficult to score a gank on a tank early on in this game. Kael'thas dies with a great little combo there of the Blizzard, entangling roots and snipe from the Nova. Apologies for missing that, but it is pretty obvious what happened there. He got caught up by a root. Blizzard landed, and then the snipe just follows it up, and just an easy quick kill. And that will be the first blood of this game goes for the Kael'thas. So Muradin is trying to push out. He's going to have an incredibly difficult time against the Leoric, and meanwhile up in top lane, Zeratul is kind of getting caught out here. Needs to be careful. We can blink away, and it isn't going to be too dangerous. But if he gets hit by a root, particularly after the blink or just before he goes to blink, he might just die in the duration of it. Leoric is still doing an incredibly good job. And down here, here's looking at Gazlowe. Now, here's the person I really want to talk about. So, as you can see, he has his turret set up. He only has one turret set up at the moment, and he's just casting Death Laser. The ability to just put turrets down, especially on a map like this, you can just hold the zone, and it's incredibly difficult to be broken. And especially as you get into the late game, you're going to see more and more of that holding and just not being able to break it. Particularly with the support, it's going to be very difficult. They might grab this if they're unlucky. The Zeratul does waste blink, though. This is punishable. This is incredibly punishable, and it is not worth it at all. So do never, ever blink to delay. That's all he was doing there. He was blinking to delay. There was no way he was going to kill the Malfurion or the Leoric. There was no way, no chance at all that he was going to kill that Leoric or the Malfurion. So why would he blink it? It just means that he has no escape, and when he gets caught out, which is what happened there, he just dies instantly. So I like that the Dragon Knight's sieging this lane, but what I really like is the fact that the Gazlowe is sieging up the bottom lane. What this means is that the turrets can just go to work. Now, unfortunately, that turret is getting hit by the cannons, so that will not be that useful, but it means that the turrets can just do what they want. And Gazlowe's an incredibly strong pusher if left alone, and the Dragon Knight, of course, is just incredibly strong overall. So someone's going to have to peel down to deal with this, or they're going to have to take significant damage and slip further behind in the experience. And as you can see, they are already 2 levels behind. A good snipe there is going to force the Zeratul to back off, otherwise the Malfurion would have been in big trouble. But it looks like he's going to be fine for the moment, and he should be fine just to run away here. Now, the team are looking to get Leoric. He does have Wraith Walk. If it is up, he should be able to get away no problem. Doesn't even use it in the end. The Reyna committing to not getting that kill, and the Nova is kind of worrying. They need to break her out of stealth. She's in a very bad spot there, in fact. She could have just been broken out of stealth awfully quickly. Now, oh, that's a good snipe. Does manage to hit the Reyna, but unfortunately the Reyna does have the adrenaline rush up. Now down in bottom lane, it looks like they're trying to gank the Gazlowe, but here's where Gazlowe's strength comes in. So he's just going to sit around his turrets here. Before you know it, you're going to be in incredibly low health. Look, here you go. Just sieges your way. There's 4 turrets down here. Count them. 4 turrets down here. You can't... 5 turrets now. You can't fight him in this. Look, Zeratul's going to come in. If Zeratul gets quite out of stealth here, before he takes out the turrets, he's going to die if the turrets can switch to him. The Muradin just gets melted by those turrets and just instantly gets picked off. Doesn't need to worry about it. This is the strength of Gazlowe. The strength of Gazlowe just being able to siege up someone with turrets and hold this defensive position. And no one can really break it unless you specialise going after the turrets. And if you go after the turrets, it's just wasted damage. So it looks like they are calling back to pull back, and if we just have a look quickly, because they show off my new interface, let's look at the talents real quick. So nothing too unusual here in all honesty. In fact, that's exactly what I would expect from everyone. Interesting to see that the Zeratul went for block as opposed to seasoned marksman. Just worried about taking auto attack damage here. Leoric is getting awfully low, but the Wraith Walk will mean he gets away with no problem. But the Zeratul, however, has to blink in an awkward position just to stop the Nova killing him. And that fort is going to fall with little to no resistance. There wasn't much they can do about that. And the Gazlowe again is going to be able to do whatever he wants. And it looks like Nova's trying to maybe get a little pick off on the Muradin down here. Not going to do too well. And up top it does look like the Kael'thas is being bullied out of lane by the Jaina. I'll be interested to see what the Kael'thas goes. As you know, his recent nerfs. I wouldn't really call. I don't like to call them nerfs, but I suppose they are nerfs. They have dropped his numbers a little bit. Gazlo, he's been caught out here, but he does have five turrets set up. I just had to question myself though. I was like, no way has he got 5. But he does seem to have 5 turrets set up here, which is going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. The Rainer is going to try and take him down, but he's just going to collect the scrap, which means that his mana is going to be up and his cooldown is going to be up incredibly quickly, and he is just going to be able to fall back. Very nice. Oh, it doesn't dismount him anymore. When I last played Gazlo, scrapping things dismantled them. Apologies for that. I got too caught up in the Gazlo and missed the Zeratul kill. And Jaina getting caught out with a good stun there from the Muradin. Is coming in at a wonky position here. The Kael'thas is in a prime position to just deal out massive amounts of damage. Muradin is chasing, and Jaina's going to fall. Malfurion again with the wonky angle means he's going to fall as well. And the 4-man push up top is going to secure that shrine. They're called shrines, aren't they? Yeah, they are called shrines. So that's not bad for the red team. Unfortunately, they have no one down at the bottom, so it looks like Gazlo's 4 turrets is going to be able to sit there and be incredibly annoying. Remember, they are summoned, so they do not grant the turret or the shrine they don't grant the shrine to the blue team. Ambitious little gravity lapse there from the Kael'thas. Doesn't meet its mark, doesn't hit him. Whatever, it doesn't matter. And Gazlo here is going to be annoying and set up even more turrets and siege up this position. And he knows that the Zeratul is there, but he's going to be able to sit here. And I don't think Zeratul can fight this. Muradin and Zeratul, however, probably can. But there is 4 turrets here. The explodium charge is going to go off on the Muradin. And the Zeratul is kind of sitting here. Kael'thas coming in means that they are not going to be able to do it. But it doesn't matter because Muradin dies. Because the turrets are just doing so much work. And the Gazlo securing that for just that little bit longer meant that the Dragon Knight could be secured once more. And it does look like that means they are going to secure their ultis. Again, nothing too strange about their ultis here. And Kael'thas does die because I'm not paying attention. Died up at the top lane, I imagine. And now let's quickly switch back to the other board. I love this interface, it's amazing. And so now, it looks like again the siege is going to happen. Mid lane 4 shouldn't survive too much longer. He is awfully low. If Nova looks at him, he's probably going to die. Don't know what happened there. The shields are going to be a big shield apparently. Malfurion does that even within that tranquility. Not being able to get any additional heals or CC off around himself is going to mean that he falls. Gazlo again is just shoving the bottom lane. There isn't really that much he can do about it, or the red team can do about it, and he's not going to be able to help out the Dragon Knight survive, I don't think. Maybe a grab bomb might be able to secure a little stun, but nothing too exceptional. March of the Black King is going to deal big damage to the Muradin, doesn't get hit by the last charge, and here we go with the Deathblade. They need to be careful here, they can't see him. Good hit in the end. Muradin does fall. Just the Leoric just chasing him there. He wasn't incredibly low health. I would have been very surprised if he managed to get out of that. Doesn't like he did. So, and now it's just kind of sit back and kind of recoup, I suppose, try and deal with the damage that has been put down. I think the blue team could be a little bit more aggressive here. I think they could try and secure some forward mercenary camps. At the very least, the middle mercenary camp down at the bottom of bottom lane, or the middle of bottom lane there. I think they could secure that without too much trouble. That turret then, everyone's just ignoring it. It's just dealing so much damage. So that means that obviously with the turret up they will know where the Kael'thas is, and a bit of free damage coming off is always quite nice. And yeah, it looks like they are trying to take my advice and take that middle turret. Does force out the Void Prison. That's not... I don't like Void Prison for escape. I played Zeratul quite a lot. It does feel a little bit bad. And Zeratul does fall anyway, with a great appearance from the Nova. The Malfurion is getting awfully low. The Precision Strike is a little bit wonky. Trying to kill his own Malfurion there, it looked like. Didn't work out very well. Jaina dies up in top lane, getting ganked by everyone and their mother. As you can see, the Water Elemental was here. Sorry I didn't see that, but that was 2 people happening at opposite corners of the map. I knew it was going on, was hoping Jaina could survive a little bit long. Didn't look like she could. So Gazlo here is going to turn into Jungle Gazlo, which is where you set up a load of turrets and then start getting some mercenary camps around the map. I do think this is an essential role. Whether one person does it or 2 people do it and take separate camps, or the whole team does it and goes on together, it doesn't really matter. As you can see, you are seeing both aspects of that, where one person does it and then loads of people do it here in the same game. I don't think it matters. I just think the mercenary camps need to be taken efficiently in this game. I think that it's a big part of the game that not enough people kind of recognise. And back up in top lane here, we have seen Nova trying to engage and getting caught out there. The Phoenix does come down. It is going to zone them all away for now. Zeratul looking to get a cheap kill. If he does see the Nova here, he could be in for a nice little juicy surprise. Jaina with a good blizzard there. Unfortunately, it isn't going to be enough. Gazlo setting up more turrets around the shrine up there. Rainer getting poked down. The good burst there from the Jaina is mean the Zeratul is going to get a little bit low. Not low enough yet. Dragon Knight is at the moment secured for the blue team. Leoric and Muradin having a little fight down in bottom lane. Let's see how that's going on. Going on incredibly boring. We're going to return back to that in a couple of years when maybe something interesting happened. Grab Bomb is going to hit no one. That's a real shame there for the Rainer, but he does have a lot of turrets to deal with, and they might kill him if he's not careful. And there we go. Gazlo's turrets once again proving that they are incredibly strong. Zeratul dies in the mid lane after he got ganked again, just getting caught out by a couple of positions. And the blue team, for the 3rd time in this game, get the Dragon Knight. Sorry for missing all these kills, but this is so all over the place that when you have... oh god, the Leoric's in no man's land. The Leoric needs to attack a wall, he needs to attack a wall. Help me! Help me, team! Get me out of here! If the wall will fall, he will be able to escape, no problem. That's the problem with using Wraith Walk and then trying to cancel the Wraith Walk while you're inside a structure. Sometimes you will be put on the other side and then you will die. So the Dragon Knight is going to be a big problem for the red team here. And it looks like they are going to use a lot of their abilities, a lot of their CC to try and minimise the damage that it deals out. And it is going to deal kind of well for now. Zeratul does find the backline a little bit. The Void Prison is going to trap 3 of the enemy team, but the March of the Black King is going to deal big damage. Doesn't quite secure the Malfurion kill. Kael'thas dies from a little bit of poke there, just over-advancing a little bit too far. With Muradin zoned out so far, it does make it incredibly difficult for the red team to really do anything. Reyna needs to be careful, he's going to fall. Muradin jumping in just for fun, I guess. I'm not sure how much he can do here. That Explodium Charge is going to get him, so he should be able to escape with no problem. The turrets that are coming down are going to be so troublesome. I'm trying to have a quick look and see if he's taken the slow, taken the increased storage. Yep, and there it is. There's the gunk. So that means that anyone who gets hit by turret is going to be slowed for a fair amount. And while we're here, let's have a quick look at all the specs that everyone's going for. So it looks like Malfurion's gone for the Moonfire spec, which I do kind of like. The ability to poke, particularly when they have a Zeratul and a Kael'thas, which are quite far away, the ability to just poke them away and actually deal a fairly significant amount of damage is really nice, particularly when you have a support and the rest of your team isn't that long range. The Nova here has obviously gone for the classic just Nova burst damage build, which is nice. The Jaina has obviously gone for the Jaina burst damage build and the Ice Block because she could get dived by the Zeratul, and the Kael'thas can do big damage to her very quickly. The Gazlo has just gone for the amazing, just like the all-round Gazlo build, the general build. It is quite nice, and they have just got their 16s. And the Leoric has gone for a kind of tanky build, with the Wraith Walk proving to be very effective. And once you buff it up a little bit, it does start to hit very hard and be incredibly difficult to get away from. Meanwhile, let's have a quick look, switch back to the other board. And it looks like they're trying to get position for a team fight. I'm not sure how good this is, particularly when you're Muradin. Oh, Muradin does jump in. This is going to be a big initiate. The grab bomb does come down. It doesn't hit anyone. The Explodium Charge doesn't follow up. Zeratul falls in a great burst there from the Nova. The Leoric is just going to do big damage to the Muradin. Not quite enough, though, and that isn't going to hit the real big people. The big people want to hit here are going to be these Kael'thas and the Reyna. Now, it looks like Reyna's getting awfully low. Leoric does die, but that is kind of worth it, in all honesty. Reyna for Leoric, because at this point in the game, it's all about damage. At this point in the fight, sorry, it's all about damage. And so, now the chase is on, and it looks like the Kael'thas is still on incredibly high health, and that's going to be increasingly annoying. Now what you want here is you want the Leoric to farm as much res time as possible. Now in this patch his res is approximately 50% longer, or no, that's actually unfair, it's about 25% longer I think, because they've reduced all the effectiveness that can accelerate his res timer by 50%. And I would say that accounts for approximately half his res timer. So as you can see, he is going to appear just then. That's not really too much of a big deal. Jaina is getting caught up by the Muradin. Now Muradin can beat you in a one-on-one, and he will enjoy himself while doing so. That is a 4th Dragon Knight secured for the blue team. He is going to try and get through. It's a good jump. It does miss his target. The Q misses it as well. Now it's incredibly bad, and now the Muradin needs to be on the retreat. That's the problem with missing 2 skill shots, ladies and gentlemen. You miss the jump, and then you miss the stun. That's it. That's going to be curtains for you. Okay, that was Muradin. I was like, there's another hero dead? What's going on? But it was just the announcer announcing that Muradin had died. Now the Dragon Knight is going to swing down to bottom. I approve of this. It does mean that it's incredibly difficult for the... Leoric's getting caught up by all kinds of abilities there. Really not a very good play from Leoric there. Nova does appear to be lurking in a kind of aggressive position. I don't mind this at all. Gazlo does appear. Void Prison... yeah, oh, okay, that happened. It's gone out for a good position, but it doesn't really give that much advantage to you. The Exploding Charge is going to hit again. Nothing casting it in Phoenix is never a real good idea. Kael'thas is getting awfully low here, but it doesn't look like he's going to die just yet. The Nova trying to pick off the Kael'thas, not doing an incredibly... well, they're doing a remarkably good job. I would say the red team did a very good job of forcing her away before she could kill him. Leoric is now alive, and as you can see, there are 2 ults down for the blue team and 3 ults down for the red team. Avatar, and of course Blink Heal will always be up, but March of the Black King... Tranquility and Summon Water Elemental are all up. So Summon Water Elemental got a bit of a nerf. It no longer deals damage or chills when summoned. It does deal damage and shield when casting abilities. And ooh! Okay, this needs to be a bit of a team fight here. The team needs to come and save this Jaina. If Jaina dies, this is awful. They do look to be doing just that. Tranquility is still up, and he does pop it now. And it does look like Leoric is going to march to the Black King right on the big team. That does kill Kael'thas, and the Bright Ring should fall straight away. He's instantly after. Zeratul lurking on the back, trying to kill Leoric. Not sure how good of an idea that is, particularly with Nova coming in. Good snipe. Yeah, there he goes, and it looks like Muradin with Avatar up is going to die. Still, the reason that happened there was just because they engaged... oh, the precision strike on the Reyna. Brilliant, well played there. That was I heard it going off, and I was looking for the Rainer because I thought he went somewhere, and they just found him about half a second afterwards. And it looks like the precision strike did just snipe him off. Again, apologies for missing this, but when the team fights are fragmented like this, it is surprisingly difficult to keep track of everything. So there should be 2 keeps dead for the red team. The red team are going to have a very difficult time coming back from this off when 2 keeps are dead. Was it 2 keeps dead for the red team? Yeah, it is. It's 2 kills, 2 keep kills for the blue team, and 2 of the red team's keeps are dead. So that means that now they're going to have to fight their way through catapults that are coming from the mid and top lane, and the blue team still have all of their structures alive. And the sieging up the bottom I do approve of. Killing a few minion waves is going to increase the shove that is happening. Unfortunately for them, their minion wave is all the way back at their fort, but what are you going to do about it? So Leoric is caught out here, but the Wraithwalk again is going to mean he gets away with no problem really. He is slowed, but the Zeratul being a little bit aggressive here is going to allow the Leoric to heal. Excuse me, does force the Void Prism out. The big grab bomb coming in, big hit, big stun, big, that's the freaking combos, Gazlo! The Gazlo combos, when they come off, are just absolutely insane. So as you saw there, that was grab bomb. In the middle of the grab bomb, an Explodium charge is set up. The grab bomb drags everyone to the center. The Explodium charge stuns them all, and then Nova with the wherewithal, with just the good map awareness, the good instincts to just cast a precision strike on that and just hit everyone. Big hits, get 2 instant kills, and the last one with now a 3v1 situation is an incredibly low health because of the combo. Just an easy pickup, and that means that 3 of them are going to be dead, and they are going to be able to have the Dragon Knight and just siege up the core. This could be game. This is an incredibly difficult situation to defend against, and particularly when you only have a core left, you have to be very, very cautious about it. The way this needs to work is the Zeratul needs to score a pick on someone. I would imagine with a little bit of help from the Muradin as well, they are going to need to score a pick on someone, but the pick they want to score is either on Malfurion or Nova. Killing Gazlo is nice, but it's not really going to do that much for you. But he just looks like he's going to go on the core, because Gazlo can do whatever he wants because he's Gazlo. And he has taken ground from a member, so this won't be Robo-Goblin, so he won't deal an incredible amount of damage. Tries to dive on the Malfurion, that's going to be the target you want to kill. But unfortunately the Tranquility means that it's just not enough. The grab bomb goes off, the Explodium charge ever so slightly mistimed, so it doesn't actually go off there, but Rainer does fall still. There isn't that much they can do about it, and again, this is an incredibly difficult situation to defend. I would say with a man down, it is now impossible to defend. And as you see in a lot of games, once one core reaches 25%, they lose. Nova can just sit here and attack the core. That is actually what I would advise her doing, and that's exactly what the minions seem to do for her, and that will be game. Good game. I like it. Again, apologies for missing so many deaths and so many events, but when the map is so, when the game is so spread out like that, it's incredibly difficult to do so. So as you see here, the Gazlo had most siege and most hero damage. That's not something you see in every game, a Gazlo pulling that off. And again, Gazlo's, in my opinion, just so strong. Particularly if you know how to use him well and your team work with him, he can be an incredibly strong initiator, and he can just turn around situations. I've seen Gazlo's go into 5v1s and win. Just so unbelievably strong. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this game. This has been Mr. G, and I will see you next time.